Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to HN Builds. In today's video, I'm going to be building a gift for my mother for her birthday using some scraps from my previous projects. Oh yeah, and did I forget to mention I have less than 28 hours to finish this project? So because of my great time management skills, I'm going to be starting this project off at 8 o'clock at night on the first day. What I'm making for my mom's birthday is a little display stand for these little old antique perfume vials my dad got her a few years ago. The design I settled on earlier is a simple L-shaped stand with a stripe of purple heart, a stripe of maple on either side of that piece of purple heart, and a piece of cherry on either side of that to make up the back piece. So now that all my stock is planed down to size, it is time for my first glue up of this project. Okay, so the glue up is done. Now we just gotta wait until tomorrow until we can take it out of the clamps.
Day 2.
At 10 o'clock the next morning, I got the wood unclamped. Now that all the stock is all cut down and planed to size, it's time to get the CNC router set up. I decided to try a new idea with this project. I wanted to cut out the pieces all the way rather than leaving 1/8 of an inch on the bottom of the cut so you don't hit the router table. But since I want to try something new and to make sure I didn't cut the shit out of the bottom of my router table, I used a 2x10 as a spoil board. Now I do have these spoil boards that are made for the CNC router. They're made to slit into the slot, but those spoil boards are more designed to save the router itself rather than save your bit. So by using a 2x10, my goal was to have the bit be able to still cut through the 2x10, but not f up my table and not destroy the router bit. But I'm going to be honest, this is my first time I've tried to do something like this, and my execution here is not the best. Nor was this exactly the best idea I ever had. But that's why you try different things, because you don't know if what's going to work, what's going to be crap. But now I know this is something I probably will not use again in the future. Start with the back piece, because that piece requires two different operations. So with my hand firmly on the E-stop button, or the button that could probably be more accurately labeled as "Oh fuck!" I started the cut. Then, after the back piece was done, I then began to start on the bottom piece. After that was done, I began to process the plexiglass piece, cutting it down to the dimensions I needed. Then I got the plexiglass loaded in the CNC router and started the cut.
Oh no!
Why is the fucking screen? So for whatever reason, my CNC router spindle would not spin. Kind of a problem when it basically is the only thing that makes the thing cut. Which kind of pissed me off a little bit because I have less than 10 hours on this $6,000 machine and it doesn't fucking work. So at this point of the project, I had no idea if this was going to even be possible to finish. Because pretty much the entirety of the project revolved around this one plexiglass piece. I didn't really know if I was going to be able to get it done. But when there's a will, there's a way. And damn it, I was going to get this project done. started out by cleaning up the wooden parts that I was able to cut out before the router broke. Fortunately, all the more complex parts were already cut out. I then glued the parts together with CA glue. Yes, I know I really should have used wood glue and not CA glue, but I was running low on time and I needed to get this project done tonight, so CA glue it is. I then sanded all the parts. I then made up more plans for the plexiglass piece and printed them off. I then began to make the part by hand. So I learned two really good things with the drill press right here. Number one, use a vise with the drill press. Oh, I get to start again. Me. Number two, when the bit gets bound up in the material you're cutting, don't let go of the vise. I then glued, again with CA glue, a block in the middle of the part to hold the shorter vial up. Since there was one shorter vial, I figured it should go in the middle rather than go on the sides. It'd kind of make it look kind of goofy. It was on one of the sides. I then used CA glue again to glue the plexiglass piece into place. I then cleaned up the plexiglass piece with a Dremel. I then stained the wood with the same wood finish that I had made up for my cutting boards. Honestly, for 1 part beeswax, 4 parts mineral oil, I'm pretty happy with how this finish looks. And after I let the stain dry, the project is complete. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.